Hello everyone, this is Dawn over at Plot Chronicles. Today I want to tell you a book to read if you're in a reading slump. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I'll read books and I'll start a month and I'll read through and I DNF so many of them, do not finish, because I'm like, ugh. And then especially after you read a really good book, it's difficult to get a good book that keeps your interest, that it wows you. Okay, I've read a lot of books, and I actually didn't keep track of how many books I read last year. I would have to really try to count, but I know that I read around 100 books a year, approximately, okay? You know, anywhere from 90 to 100. And many of the books, you know, I like, but very few get in the 4-star range. A lot of them are 3-star books, to be honest. And I really want to only mention 4-star and 5-star reads over here. And I barely give anything 5-star, but this book I'm about to tell you about is a book that I read, I think in 2023. I have not been able to forget about this book, and I remember everything that happened in it. And if you read a book like that, that you remember pretty much everything about it after you read it, because a lot of books I read, I might like them and think they're entertaining, but if someone asked me, what's that book about? I'd say, wait, let me refresh my memory. I remember what this book is about. Now you're probably wondering, Dawn, get to the point. What is the book? Okay, let me get to it. It's called The Push by Ashley Audrain. I know I might be pronouncing her last name incorrectly. I will put the information below. But this book was, I can't even believe it. It was just, I just can't get it out of my mind. It was like I've not read any books like it before. I would consider it a thriller, but let me just tell you what it's about. It's about a mother, and she's having a hard time being a mother. She has a daughter, and this daughter doesn't act like other children, okay? And she thinks something's wrong with her child. She's exhausted as a mother. Her child, if I remember correctly from the book, you know, cries quite a bit. And of course, her husband's away from the house a lot and comes home and doesn't have to deal with, you know, this child that's kind of unhappy. And, you know, their child has some issues, but her child shows a different side of herself to her mother than she does the father, and so the father thinks maybe she's overreacting. And so nobody seems to be supporting her that something is wrong with my daughter. You know, it's not just me. People are thinking there's something wrong with her as a mother. Oh, you're overtired, you know. Oh, you're just depressed, you're going through a hard time, you know, things like that. But she doesn't realize that as her daughter's getting older, she's seeing signs that the daughter's hiding from other people, but she's seeing something, okay? Anyway, then she has a little baby boy, and is just, everything is blissful. Everything is wonderful with this little boy. But still, things are not so wonderful with the little girl. And so it's the story of that. I'm not going to say anything else, because if I did, it would give it away. But let me just tell you, it's called The Push. I'm going to link it below, but I will tell you, it is not like any book I've ever read. I've actually read 2 of this author's books. I liked both of them. But I wish she would write more books, because she's an excellent author. But this, I just can't even believe this book. I think it would be great to have a movie with this, but you will find out what's going on with this little girl. You know, is mom overreacting? You know, what's going on with her? And you'll be able to find out a little bit more about the family dynamics. But it's called The Push by Ashley Audrain. I'm going to put it below. Let me know if you've read it. I highly recommend. So that's all I have to say for now, guys. Let me know what you're reading today. Are you reading any put downable books? I want to hear from you in the comments below. I love you, appreciate you, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.